and I adore the Harry Potter series. Every book in that goddamn series is 5 stars for me. You hear me? Every single book in the Harry Potter series is 5 stars. All of them. All of them. You ask me which one? All of them. All of them. Good morning, my local hippie. And today we're going to be going through everything that I read in the month of October. I think it's like 10 books only. Yeah, in any case, it's only like 10 books and a big chunk of everything I read. Maybe I should hook up my. Hold on. Oh, I think I read about 10 books this month. It's October 27th. So I still have a few days to like figure out like what else I want to read and if I can finish the 2 books on this list that I have yet to finish. But per usual, I'm going to start with the books that I don't have a physical copy of and give you my reviews. And yeah, hold on. Is The Shining over here? No, The Shining is not over here. So let's get started. So for the first book that I can just see right here in Goodreads that I do not own is going to be The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Dream Harbor book number 1 in the series. This book was 2 stars. I didn't like it. I think and I spoke a bit about this in the vlog that I read it in. I can't really remember which vlog I read this book in, but I just don't like miscommunication. Miscommunication really grinds my gears. It really gets me. This was the review. Let's sum this up. This was my review. Miscommunication between adults. Immediate no. The next book that I read this month that I don't own is The Wiener Across the Way by Amy Award. I really, really liked the first installment of this series, The Cocky Kingsman, because I love a football romance. I love, live, laugh, love a football romance. But this one, the first one, I think I rated 4 stars. This one I gave like 3.5. It was okay, but it definitely wasn't 4-star worthy because like I thought the plot was very thin. Like she was trying to like keep them apart, but for like no reason at all. Like there was no reason why they couldn't actually be together. So I read 2 of these books, 2 books in this series, in the Gold Rush Ranch series. But I own one and I don't own the other just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the one that I don't own, which is the Front Runner. I rated it 3.5 stars. I liked it. It was pretty good. It was a little slow to kind of get into, but the way Elsie Silver writes, like she's really her writing is really it really flows by. Like her pacing is second to none. Her pacing is really good. So this one was 3.5 stars as well. So now that we're on to all the books that I own, let's just start with the one that I just had to go on a whole excursion to find. Sword of Silver Flames by Miss Sarah Janet Maas. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love these. I have both editions of this book. I have the Barnes and Noble edition, and then I also have just the regular, I don't know, ACOTAR edition, I guess. They're very pretty. And I actually ended up loving this book. Let me see what I rated it. I rated it 4 stars. Nesta's character arc was like sick. Absolutely, absolutely. She is so like protect Nesta at all costs. Protect her. Protect her. I have a book that I have not finished yet, but I do plan on finishing before the end of the month, so worry not. I do want to finish this before the end of the month. We have Hamlet by Mr. Shakespeare. Currently, at the time of filming this, I'm on page 73, Act 2, Scene 1. I feel in my bones that if I just really put my nose to the grindstone, I should be able to finish this. I think Hamlet is going to be 4 stars. I'm going to give my projected rating for Hamlet. Right now, I'm loving it, enjoying it so much. I have already began tabbing in there, if you can see my tabs. Like Shakespeare, I love Shakespeare. So I think it's going to be 4 stars, if not 5. It's not giving me the same, it's not giving like Macbeth gave. So it's probably not going to be a 5 star, but it could possibly be 4.5. So that's my projection. Next, we have another book that I have not finished yet. I'm about halfway through it. So that's going to be Northern Lights by Miss Nora Roberts. I love me a Nora Roberts romance. I love me a Nora Roberts heroine. I love me a Nora Roberts hero. I am projecting this to be 3.5, between 3.5 and 4 stars. I don't see it because I'm halfway through and I'm not really feeling it as much. So I'm not thinking that it's going to be more than 3.5, but it could possibly be 4, depending. Next, we have another Nora Roberts that I read this month. This is a reread. I love this book. This is a 5-star read. That's going to be Montana Sky. And quick flash, you're going to see it on the screen because I'm sitting so far away you can't really tell what I'm holding up. So I'm not even going to bother. So yeah, Montana Sky, I love this book. This was 5 stars. I did a review on it. You should check it out. Or I did a book talk about it. You should check it out. Next, we have another Shakespeare. And a reread. I love this book. I was just talking about it. I love this play, I should say. And that's going to be Macbeth. This is my favorite Shakespeare that I've ever read. And at this point, I've read, I believe it's 5. Yeah, Hamlet is going to be my 5th Shakespeare. This was my 4th Shakespeare. My favorite Shakespeare, period. 5 stars. I'm in my fall girl era, and that's basically why I'm reading what I'm reading, is because I want to feel the fall vibes. And so that leads me into my next book, which is going to be Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I just finished this and I adore the Harry Potter series. Every book in that goddamn series is 5 stars for me. You hear me? Every single book in the Harry Potter series is 5 stars. All of them. You ask me which one? All of them. And J.K. Rowling, we trust. Next, we have a photo finish by Elsie Silver. I read this earlier this month. It's one of the first books I finished this month, and I thought this was pretty okay. I don't know what I rated it though. 4 stars, and actually it really was 4 stars for me. I loved a photo finish. I loved Violet and I loved Cole. It wasn't that they had miscommunication. It was really that they knew what they wanted, and they really didn't want like a romantic relationship getting in the way of that. And I loved Cole. Okay? I love me a military man. I love me a military bae. We're getting down to the end of the line here. Another book I read this month, Stephen King's The Shining, again with the fall vibes. I'm reading all the spooky ookies and all the like creepy, kind of like eerie. Anyway, I read The Shining and I rated it 4 stars. I absolutely love Stephen King. He's an instant buy author for me, because even if I don't completely like enjoy everything he writes or the story, I always know that I'm gonna love his writing. I love the way he writes. I love his voice as an author. My coffee is precariously close to the end of my little bookshelf, and I fear that if I make one wrong move, my coffee is going to go toppling. We can't have that happening. So The Shining, yes. I really enjoyed this book. Last, but certainly not least, I reread Moby Dick. I love this book. I love Herman Melville's writing. This is 5-star, 10-star, broke my scale book, on par with how I feel about Harry Potter. This book can do nothing wrong, just like Harry Potter can do no wrong. This is a comfort read for me, and you might think Moby Dick is a comfort read? Yes. Very comforting for me. Very much so. So much so that this is the second time that I read it this year. The third time the third time that I've ever read it in general. So I'm quite familiar with this book. I am going to be putting up another review for it. Not even a review, just like a candid, like me talking about my favorite book of all time. I love this book. It's so that'll be coming here soon. I've got a lot of ideas. A lot. It's crazy. Um so yeah, that's every single book I've read this month. Let me go ahead and do a count. And also let me say that this month has been a very good month. I had like no books that were under 3 stars, and I enjoyed each and every one of these and all the time that I spent with them. So that's a good month for me, even if I didn't read a whole lot. So let me get that count real quick and then I'm going to let you go. Okay, so that's 12 books. All 12 of the books that I've read in the month of October. And like I said, don't you worry, I will be finishing Northern Lights and I will be finishing Hamlet before the 31st of October, or at the very latest by the 1st of November. So they are rightfully on this list because I still have a few days to finish them. But yeah, I promise I'd let you go after I gave you the count. So I'm going to quit yapping and I'm just going to say, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read the book. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.